We're just here today to talk roughly about and mostly about rock and roll lighting. So being rock and roll, I guess the first thing we should talk about is a basic par can, which is probably something that most people, if you've been to see a live band in a pub or a small venue, the first thing you will see is the par can. There's just got to be basically a chain between the light and the pole so that if that hook clamp breaks or the light gets bumped, the light can fall and naturally lock off on the chain. So it's just safety, but safety is of course the most important thing. No job's worth dying for, especially not lighting. Okay, so we've got our stand set up, stand being here. This is a T-piece, as you may have seen, and I'll just show you again to reinforce it. They call it a T-piece simply because it is a T-piece. It's not a piece of tea, so don't put it with your coffee. In this case, we're going to call this number one. You've got to label your units in your head for rock and roll most of the time. Just to know, we're going to call this number one, number two, and naturally number three and number four. Okay? This power lead is coming from number one, so we just plug this into the back of the 4-pack here. So it says here, number one, so that's where we'll put that. Now, I hope I don't confuse you when I say this, but you don't always have to plug light number one into channel number one, but in this case I will. We're going to explain why a little bit later. So I'll just keep doing this. We'll just plug in all these single leads from each of these lights. Light number two we'll put into number two. As simple as that. I'm saying simple, but of course I'm having trouble. Give another lead here. A lot of the leads, you'll notice, have a little rope. That's just to keep them nice and neat and tidy. And if you go out in the industry, just as a personal tip, do us all a favour, roll your leads. Makes it easier for the next bloke that's got to unroll them. And half the time it's got to be yourself anyway, so it's helping yourself. Moving on now, we're going to power up. First of all, we power up the 12-channel system, which is with this here, which is a lead, just like an extension lead you would find at home, except this is a 3-phase extension. It looks larger, but don't be frightened by it. It just means it carries more power. So we look here at the 3-phase supply on the wall, or the 32-amp plug, and we connect up. There's the 5 pins, which in this industry, being that of lighting, 5 pins for the 32-amp supply is the standard we use. Now in lighting, because lighting we always use lights, hence the name lighting, if a light is a 1,000 watt light, or 1K, which is an abbreviation of 1,000 watts, 1,000, that is less than half of the potential of this channel. So it can take 2,400 watts. If we use 2 par 64s, which are 1,000 watts each, 2 par 64s, that's 2,000 watts, you can run 2 off this channel here. It leaves you with 400 watts spare, but of course you only run 2 par cans together, so that's quite safe to plug into channel 1 on here, 2,000 watts, so it won't blow the fuse.